everybody, I'm back with a new video. I'm underneath the Jeep. There's not a lot of room down here for me. I don't know how you guys do this. This is actually pretty scary for me, but I have the parking brake on. I have the car in parked. We're up on a ramp. This is actually level as opposed to being like rolling downhill or anything, but still like it's uncomfortably scary. What we're doing today is changing the Bank 2 Sensor 1 oxygen sensor. I changed already the oxygen sensor for Bank 1 Sensor 1. Relatively easy. It just took a lot of patience and manpower to turn it a mere fraction of an inch at a time. This one, the sensor should be easy to get to. It's the plug that's the general issue. I'm going to try to turn this around and show you where it's located. I think knowing where it's located is half the battle, and then figuring out a game plan to get to it is the other half. So here we go. What we can do to give you the greatest vantage point up here. So Bank 2 Sensor 1, this is what we're looking at right here. And I feel like that's a lot more space to maneuver than I had before. I don't know. Well, I will know when I get up there to it. But the issue is getting up to the wiring harness and the connector. Let me move this light around and see if we can't highlight it. All right. Oh, hold on. What if we go over here? You guys just stay right here for me. And I'm gonna stick my hand up in here. I don't feel like I'm making much of a difference. There we go. There we go. That's the sensor right there. And I've been scouring the internet to figure out how do we get to it. And it seems like everybody shoots a video of them getting this sensor off, of them telling you that it's a tight fit to get to this sensor. Then they get the freaking thing unplugged, and then they plug in the new one, and they never show you how they did it. But I found a couple of things on the internet. One consists of dropping, I don't know what you call this. This is where the mini cat is located. This is what the sensors are connected to. It's what the mini cat is located. And they said something about a Y connector, and I think is that what that's called? Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. The other is to disconnect, I think what they're referring to, this bolt right here that I'm shining the light on. That bolt should loosen up the transmission dipstick, and that will get it out of the way so we can get to this freaking connector. So that's the method I'm going to try to use, and hopefully we'll get to it. I don't know how y'all managed to do this. This is real claustrophobic for me, but I was able to get the specialty socket that fits on the O2 sensor on the sensor pretty easily, and then my socket wrench, I think that's what it's called, yes, onto it. And so this is a pretty tight space, and this is going to be the first turn, so it's going to be the hardest turn. So what I like to do is use an extra piece of pipe here to lengthen my socket wrench and provide more torque, basically doing what a breaker bar would be doing. So I need to find a way to get out of the way and give myself the ability to twist this, but there's not much space under here. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Let me see if I can roll to the left a little bit. I have my tools like right next to me. Oh, and my watch. Tools. Pull myself over to the side here. Okay. Okay. So this is what I do. Take my pipe, fit it on like this, and righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Y'all stay where I need you to stay, okay? I feel it a little bit. I feel it trying to loosen a little bit. I might be just pushing myself away. Okay, yes, we loosened it. As it turns out, my homemade breaker bar is pretty fantastic, and I was able to ditch that extra extension pipe pretty quickly and just work with my socket wrench. Guys, this one's not too hard. I should be able to do this by hand. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh. Guess they just, it's easier. It's easier if I do it like this. Got it. Let go. That was the easy part, by the way. Okay, guys, still underneath the car. I haven't been here all day, though. I've had to run a few errands, and now I'm back. I also had to get another light because my little headlamp was dying pretty fast. Okay, getting the oxygen sensor off, pretty easy. You saw that. And now I am sitting here just absolutely struggling to get to the plug. We'll just call it the plug because I don't know what else to call it. I went and bought some like elbow adapters. I wasn't able to do anything. Like I have an extension for my socket wrench, and I really wasn't able to do anything that was able to that allowed me to get up to that bolt that holds the transmission dipstick on. What is on my face? Just things just be falling off the car onto my face. I had goggles on for a while, which is great because there's so much crud just falling on my face, as you can see. But they kept getting steamed up. It's kind of raining outside too. Anywho, after a moment where I was just like, I just have to rethink this. I know it can be done. I just got to rethink it. I decided to shove the oxygen sensor and the wiring that is connected to it up over the dipstick to see if I could grab the connector from the other side and give it a tug and pull it down. And I was actually able to budge it in my direction. Not very far, but far enough for me to unclip the moment I realized that I messed up. So the next video clip is supposed to be of me showing you how I got the connector free. And instead, it is just a very blurry picture. So I'm very sure that I hit the wrong button. And so to fix that mistake, I'm gonna demonstrate for you right now. This is a little pipe that I use as my breaker bar. I've got my old oxygen sensor right here. So this pipe is going to represent for us our, I always forget what it's called, transmission fluid dipstick tube. And I'm going to represent the firewall. And the connector is the connector, and the oxygen sensor is the oxygen sensor. So what we have is the connector tucked between the tube and the firewall, this bar and me. And we finally managed to get our oxygen sensor loose, and it's just dangling here, living its best life. So what I've done is I've shoved the wire from the oxygen sensor as far behind the dipstick tube as I could go. Probably getting my shirt real dirty right now. Who cares? The demonstration must proceed. And then I wrapped a finger around the extra wiring at the top, and I tugged and tugged and tugged until I was actually able to start shifting the connector where it's plugged in on the opposite side. Just like this. Now, the plugged in connector does not go very far because I believe the cables on the other side are either secured down very tightly or they're just very short. It doesn't go very far. It doesn't go very far, maybe about to this point right here, in which case I will continue the video to show you what I did to free it. All right, so if you can see anything, I've been able to tug the connector a little bit closer to where I can work with it. However, I don't have that finger strength to be able to squeeze and pull at the same time, so that's what this tool is for. Just, you know, to help me possibly push that in enough. Ah, we got it! We got it! We got it, guys! We got it! I've already got the plug exposed in a way that I should just be able to push the clip right on in, have no trouble. And instead of tangling up the wire like it was behind the transmission dipstick, I'm just going to zip tie it to the transmission dipstick. I think that's a better and easier way to do this. So bear with me where I get a good angle for you, and I'm going to just finish this all up. See, what did I tell you? That's the easy part. I'm a dork. Maybe I might want to reconnect the battery first. Just a little too excited. Let me fix that. What? I'm in shock. I cleared all the codes? Wow. Thank you, fixed.